After years of research and thousands of hours spent interacting with women, we've identified 6 key traits that make you extremely attractive to women almost instantaneously. And in this video, I'm going to reveal those traits and let you know how you can use them in your own life to start attracting more women. The first trait that is going to make women instantly attracted to you, and this is the big one, is your looks. If you look good, women are going to be more attracted to you. That does not mean that that attraction is going to turn into results, because I know guys who look good but are absolutely shit with women. They have no communication skills. They don't have leadership. They don't know how to solve problems. But if you look good, you are going to get your foot in the door. And looks could be broken down into 3 basic categories. Your physique. So are you in shape? Do you look good in terms of health? Do you look like you invest time in your body getting in shape? Your style. Does your style represent a specific archetype? When women look at you, do they say, I wonder who he is based on how he dresses? Or do you just blend into the background? And then number 3 is grooming. Grooming is important. It's the hairstyle that you have. I would also consider maybe some accessories that could be part of style as well. But you know, the different ways that you take care of yourself, your certain facial features, how you groom, how you take care of your skin, how your breath smells, things like that. So physique, style, and grooming, this is looks. You want to make sure that your looks are on point so that your looks are never hurting you. Again, looks are not the end all and be all of success with women, but it makes it way easier. If you look good, if you look above average, which means when a woman looks at you, she's like, I like what I see. Your foot is going to be in the door, and meeting women will not be an uphill struggle, at least when it comes to the visual representation, what women see from you. The second trait that women are extremely attracted to is expression, your range of expression. You could also call this your communication skills, but there are more aspects to communication beyond expression. But expression means, are you able to have her feel things when she communicates with you? Are you able to sexualize, as an example, with what you talk about? Are you able to show positive emotion and negative emotion? Are you able to tease her? Are you able to make her laugh? Are you able to pull away if she says something that you don't like? Are you able to hold a strong frame and not be reactive on everything but be responsive? This is expression. There's some guys that I know in the dating community, I won't reveal names, but some guys I've been out with who are supposed to be good with women to some extent, but because their range of expression is so limited and because they don't communicate in a way where women are drawn to them dynamically, they're limited in the range of women that they can talk to and the range of women that are going to invest in them. You don't want this to be you. You want to have a large range of expression where you're able to tease, you're able to create certain stories and create certain frames with women where they understand who you are as a man truly, and this happens through your range of expression. Number 3, the third feature that makes women instantly attracted to you is storytelling. You must learn how to demonstrate value in the information you share. In the dating community back in the day, the old school pickup community, there was a term called DHVing, demonstrating high value. And DHVing basically meant that you would interact with women and share information that would make them see you as a high value man that they may want to invest in. And I think that's such a valuable principle. Although I think a lot of the old school pickup stuff was a bit unnecessary, I still think there's some of it that is valuable, and this concept of demonstrating high value is huge. When you communicate with women, do they understand what your actual value is? If you've traveled a lot and there are certain experiences and stories that have happened along those travels, do women know that about you? If you've built a business and you're successful and there were lessons that you learned in the journey to building that business, does she know that about you? If there are certain beliefs you have about the world that make you an attractive man, or that make you a confident person, or that give you more credibility in life, does she know that about you? So your storytelling ability, which is number 3, is directly tied to your ability to demonstrate value. You need to make sure that women know what your values are, that women know what you bring to the table when you communicate with them, and they will instantly be attracted to you. The 4th trait that you must develop if you want to make her attracted to you very quickly is leadership. Your ability to solve problems and your ability to create an experience. I know a lot of guys that are naturals. And I even have some of these guys who've come in my program. They're naturals with women. They've been with a couple girls. They're attractive guys. Women like them. But what happens is when they get into a situation where they have to solve problems and they have to move an interaction forward from point A to point B, or from hello to intimacy, they can't solve those problems. And why can't they solve those problems? It's because they don't have a leadership ability. They're not interacting with women from a place of creating a positive experience. Instead, they are waiting to see what is going to happen. They're waiting to see what's going to be thrown at them and waiting to see what the woman will give them, instead of actively creating a positive experience and moving that experience forward. So leadership is your ability to solve problems and create a positive experience. Women are so attracted to men who are leaders. There's been so many times where I've been out at night or been out in certain social situations, and I've had girls that were attracted to me, but some kind of problem came up, and I could see her visibly looking at me and almost determining, is this guy going to step up and handle this situation, or is he going to buckle under this pressure? And because oftentimes I handled the situation, whether it means that I met her friends, or there was an annoying guy in the group and I handled his energy, or there was someone coming in to try to cock block one of her friends or another guy, or the club or bar is closing and there's a bit of drama happening, because I could step up and handle those situations with zero fear and complete relaxation, complete confidence, she became even more attracted to me, followed my path, and I ended up taking her home that night or seeing her another day. Women want a man who is a leader. That's principle number 4. The 5th trait that is going to make women extremely attracted to you very quickly is touch. Use touch as a connection point. This is a principle I've been teaching for a long time, and on our live programs and our consulting clients, some of the biggest breakthroughs that they have is when they learn how to use touch correctly. In fact, I was out this past Saturday with one of our in-person clients here in Budapest, and he broke through in his dating life because he learned how to use touch correctly. He met a woman in a bar. We were actually at this boat party, and he met a girl in the bar area, went up to her in a group of all her friends, just went up to her, met the friends pretty quickly, held his hand open and brought her in for a hug. The girl he was attracted to led her over to the bar and brought her very close, and an hour later they ended up going home together. I acted as his wingman in the situation and set up a date with that girl's friend as well, which was a really great experience for both of us, and he ended up taking his girl home that night. But the reason he was able to is because he learned how to use touch correctly. So what touch does is it acts as a connection point between you and the girl. Because a lot of times, just because a girl's initially attracted to you, it doesn't mean that that attraction is going to be fulfilled in the interaction, because attraction is 2 parts. It's her perception. What does she think about you? What is her mental image of who you are as a man? But then there's the fulfillment of that perception. So after she thinks, oh, he's an attractive guy, okay, I kind of like what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling for the first 30 seconds, then it's how do you fulfill that? What do you say? But then also, what do you do? Part of dating is doing the actions you take, and that's the physicality aspect of things. Do you touch her the right way? Does she feel a connection between you and her? That's where touch comes in. How do you touch the girl the right way? One of the basic ways to do it, I'll give you something I give my clients here, is I hold my hand out and I gently bring her in for a hug. I say, what's your name? She says, whatever, Sarah. I hold her hand and I say, come, you're amazing. And I give her a hug. Very gentle, and then I let go. But I'm establishing touch as a connection point. And what this does is she realizes, because he is doing this, it's an unconscious realization. Because he's doing this, it must mean he's not afraid of me and he's not afraid to move things forward, right? And that is a marker of competence. It's a marker that you're attractive. It's a marker that fulfills the perception she has of you potentially being an attractive man. So use touch as a connection point. Don't be afraid of touching a girl. Again, there's nuance to this. You don't want to be the guy who's grabby and weird. Then you'll get girls rejecting you. You'll get really bad situations, but you want to use touch as a connection point. And the final point, the 6th feature, the 6th trait that will make her instantly attracted to you is your sub-communication. What does she feel when you look at her? And one thing that I will say is you can actually attract women using the first 5 points. Women will be instantly attracted to you. But if you really want to become advanced with attracting women, number 6 is extremely important. What does she feel when she looks into your eyes? Do you have a gentle, calm stillness, a penetrative gaze where you're looking at her like, I want you and I'm going to have you. You and I are going to have an amazing experience together. That's how I look at women, and that's what I communicate with my eyes. Does she feel that from you? I know a lot of guys guys that have this masculine, supposedly grounded energy, or they're very expressive to some extent and loud and charismatic and moving all around. But when the girl looks in their eyes, there isn't a deep connection. There isn't a, I fucking own you. Like, that's literally how I look at girls. And maybe these things are a little bit challenging for some of you guys to hear. Some people may not like this stuff, but that's how you look at women. It's where I understand deeply what is in your soul, and I'm going to look at you and communicate with that part of you. That's how I look at women. So what is a subcommunication when you're talking to women? This is how you're going to make women insanely attracted to you. It's getting your looks on point, making sure that you look above average, where you don't just fit in, but where she looks at you and says, this is an attractive man. Number 2 is expression. So how do you express yourself? How does she feel about you when you talk? Can you pull away? Can you invest more? Can you tell jokes? Can you be more serious? What's the range of expression you have? Number 3 is storytelling. What information do you share that demonstrates value? Does she see you as a valuable man? Number 5 is leadership. Are you able to solve problems and create experiences? Number 5 is touch. Can you physically touch her? Can you bring her in physically and create an intimate space with her? And number 6 is subcommunication. What does she feel when you look at her? Do you look her deep in her eyes and relax in that vibe with her, where she feels, this man knows me, this man is going to lead me, this man is going to create an experience with me? This is how you make women attracted to you, and this is how you're going to create an unbelievable dating life. If you would like to learn the steps to actively attracting 4 new women every single month, I've created a training that breaks down 4 steps for how you can do this without wasting lots of time endlessly approaching girls and getting nowhere, texting girls like online on Tinder and swiping over and over, hoping you get a lucky match here and there and maybe get a date, or just talking to girls that aren't very into you and wasting your time with girls that don't drastically or deeply want you back, where you want women that are going to invest in you. So I made a training about the 4 steps to get to that place, steps that I've used in my dating life, steps that I literally give to my clients, and steps that you can use, which I'm going to give you away for free in that training below. Go ahead and check it out. I will see you over there, and I'll talk to you on our next video.